channel. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe so you never miss when I upload. So I'm going to be answering some questions and clarifying a few things from the video, from the live titled Pregnancy, Sex, My Confessions, Part 1 and 2. So the first question was, what attracted me to Tom? Back then, so what kind of colors? So I really wanted someone who was lighter than me, and I think he had a tinge of pretty ear. You're young, so you did like that. No, please. If you too cute or you're too pretty or you even look a slight smidge stuck up in any way, shape, or form, and I want you, don't even try to talk to me. As a matter of fact, anybody who I'm talking to need for ugly. You need for ugly because you're not gonna act as if you're better than me and anybody else and all those things. Like, no. That's so no way, but whatever. I don't know how else to put it, but all fun and jokes aside, honestly, it was his looks. Him just look kind of cute. Yeah, him did look kind of cute, and him did have a little muscular arm and all them something. Them look nice. Have I talking to other cute, good body, strong body people? Most definitely. But obviously, I'm not together with them because after Tom, I was a very angry person for a very long time. For probably a good 3 years at least. I don't know if you hear Luca whining. Like, why are you whining? I was a very angry person for at least a good 3 years. So if you even see me know and you're like, oh my gosh, you always seem so upset. Like, honestly, these days, when you see me or hear me talking, half the time I'm not even mad. It's just the way I'm talking. Give me 1 second. This little brat is not shutting up. Come. All right. How's mama, baby? Yes. I already lost my train of thought. How did you know Tom was cheating? The signs were there, and I was even Googling this, like wondering if they were. And some of the things to look out for, I was not seeing that. They were not really hiding their phone because, the phone is even on silent, so I wasn't even paying attention. So it wasn't anything. It's not like you're used to hearing their phone ringing anyway, so when it's not ringing, it's nothing new. One telltale sign though was one day when I was there. This was even before the pregnancy. The phone rang and he went outside to talk on the phone. And he was outside for quite some time talking on the phone. And I even asked, like, so why did you have to go outside? The excuse back then made sense because, when your place is like when you're in the basement part of when you're in like the basement and those lower areas, because that's where his place was. The signal down there is quite poor. So I figured, you know what, he probably wasn't hearing the person properly, and that's why they went outside. But the time frame that they were outside for should have been a dead giveaway. But lesson learned. How was the sex with Tom? It was always painful. Very. It would take quite a lot of time to adjust and relax to everything. So that's why I wasn't really interested. Sometimes it was alright, and at one point it used to be somewhat good, but then it just took a steady decline to be more and more and more awful and hideously painful. And then, can you believe that they would say, remember I told you how every time I got there, all they'd be telling me to do is like strip as soon as I get it. I was like, Charlie pulling my damn clothes off. They were even saying that, oh, the reason why we would always just have sex and not go out is because they always wanted to have sex. Like, hello, I have asked us to let's go to the movie, let's go do something, and your excuse is like, oh, you have to work, and oh, you have soccer, and all this stuff, which was not the case. It was a lie. And then he would do things with his friends, and the fact that I hate how he is when he's around his friends. He's just loud, obnoxious, disgusting, and does not care about me at all. Because remember I told you guys how Alex was like, he is not all disgusting when his friends are there. You know, boys will be boys and men will be men. But the way that Tom behaved, Alex does not behave like that. And if I'm even already there, and you know, it's like me and you hanging out, we're talking, we're laughing, we're watching shows and whatever. Your friends come over, yes, they're going to spend some time. You guys gonna act like idiots, but they're still going to at least head out, or you gonna tell them, say, yo, you know, link me a little later. Him, on the other hand, he did not care. Tom, on the other hand, did not care. He would have his friends there, like, you know that right today is when we're normally spending time together and whatever. No, your friend come there, you want your friend sit down there and play a game and talk and do all sorts of things, and you're in no rush for your friend to leave, to the point where I'm like, I think I probably just need to go. And the only reason why the friend even thought to say, oh, let them leave, is because they saw that I was leaving. Because I'm like, it's not like they didn't know. They knew, because Tom was like, yeah, that's my girlfriend. This is Tori. Yeah, Tori, so-and-so Tori. But I think that friend even knew about the other person, because everybody knew about the other person. I just did not know. I didn't know. I didn't know. And it's just the fact that I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna go, because we're supposed to be watching shows right now. You gotta go to work tomorrow. I'm not available tomorrow. And instead of you having your friend come back another time, your friend drives a car. At that time, your friend drives a car. You can always come back. Your friend is close by. It's nothing for them to swing back another time. You did not care about my feelings at all. And the friends saw me just going to head out, and they're like, you know what, Tom, I'm gonna just go. I'm gonna head out. You need to spend some time with her, because even they saw how he was behaving. When did you start feeling a disconnect from Tom? Remember what I just said about that friend? And the fact that he would constantly have, soccer and family business. And I just got frustrated with the fact that multiple times my phone, as I said in the other video before, my phone had stopped working. And what I ended up doing was I had taken his old phone, and I think I'd had someone switch the screens around, because it was the Samsung Galaxy S3 and I had a Samsung Galaxy X3, and my charging port had stopped working. So I think I'd had them switch the screens around so that I could get to use it. And I'd constantly ask him like, hey, can you help me get another phone? And he's like, yeah, I'll see what I can do. If you watch the first video, once you hear that, don't expect a damn thing. When I say that, I'm going to get back to you and let you know, all right, here it is, whatever. Or you'll be like, yeah, man, I'm going to start it out. No, never get it. Did not get it. So when I would see that he was not prioritizing me in any way, shape, or form, I'm like, yeah, I don't feel interested in trying to come over to your place. No. How did you and Tom break up? Things ended when practically the other person, when he moved her into his place, when he knew that I needed a place to go, seeing as, the family is like, he needs to take care of his responsibilities. You guys need to find some place together, whatever. He moved her into his place and shut me out. When I was asking plenty of times, like, hey, can I come here and stay with you? Because he had a roommate, he said he had to speak to her first. Obviously, that conversation never happened. It never happened. And the roommates and the other girl was friend. So it's nothing. It was nothing for her to come in. With or without his permission, she could always get in. And she just moved right on in. So that's how things really, we can really say that's how we broke up. Cause he just moved her in, didn't even give a damn about me, totally pregnant. To hell with me. What is the relationship with you like with Tom now? I do not talk to him. He does not talk to me. Whenever I think his demons are biting him and he's like, I'm bored, let me go get on Tori's nerve. Tori, how is Jessica? Like, how is Jessica doing at school? I think you need to do this for Jessica and da 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 da. Tom, what size shoes does Jessica wear? He can't tell you. What is her favorite color? Remember, you're in Jamaica. I'm not in Jamaica. It is not that hard for you to go spend some time with her, pick her up, take her out. You're not doing a damn thing, but you will try to call me and get on my nerves like, oh, she's not doing this, and oh, this is needed and this needs to be done. I am already paying for her school. I am paying for her life. Yes, I have some assistance from family members and everything, but at the same time, she's with my family members and sometimes they need a break. You can't even go and pick her up for a couple of hours, spend some time with her, nothing at all. So because whenever it is that the phone would ring, they were just getting on my damn nerves and just being rude and irritating, block them. So they had gone through my mom and was telling my mom that they needed to get into contact with me. And we're, going through all the family members saying, I need to get in contact with Tori. I need to talk to her, it's something important. And they would let me know, and I'm like, yeah, do not give him my number at all. No. His method of communication is Facebook Messenger. He's blocked. These are the messages, and I would send the messages that he has sent. And I still have quite a few of those messages on screenshot in case I need them for whatever court reasons or whatever, so they can see how he behaves and what he does. So Tom, when the time comes, if you want to try to go to court with me and try to act as if you're an active father in Jessica's life, I have my bank statements and records and everything to show. And on top of that, Jessica does not even like you. Every time she sees you, she cries. Like, you'll have her on the phone right now. You're like, hey, Jessica, come talk to Tom. She'll hang up the phone. She legit will hang up the phone. She's 4. She knows how to call me. She knows how to send me voice notes. She will hang up the phone. And even me just mentioning like, hey, Jessica, do you want to talk to Tom? Why don't you ask Tom for so-and-so? She gets so pissed off. Like a 4-year-old, be mad as hell. Like, she'll legit do that and walk away. So they do not have contact with me. And when I did give them a number, it was a text. It was a fake number. It was obviously one of those. It wasn't really text, no, it was another app. I just knew the icon was blue. And they were acting like a little shit again, so block them and uninstall the app. Boom, now you have no phone number for me. You don't know where I live, you don't know my phone, you don't know my phone number, you have no access. How has your relationship with Tom affected your current relationships? I don't trust people. I do not let people into my space very easily. While I was living at my apartment, I refused to have people over. If you lived in the complex and I befriended you, like, it's nothing, it's no problem, you can come over, we can hang out. But you see, if you're not already living on the complex, like, you're more than likely going to see me walking around. But I would not let people come over to my house or to my apartment. It was a no-no, because just don't trust you. And on top of that, I would see the news about how crazy people are up here. Like, you stop talking to this guy and he shoots you or he sets you on fire. I will come to you. You're not coming to me. You will know the complex that I live at. You can pick me up at the complex, but you would not know where my room was. And on top of that, I can genuinely tell you, if the apartment has 3 stories, more than 3 stories, I am not going to be on the first floor. Because I feel like if you're on the first floor, it is so easy for people to find your room, and it's easier for you to get robbed. That was just my thinking. Because my thing is this: if you're on the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th floor, who the hell wants to be going up and down those damn stairs and up and down the elevator, trying to get the TV out, trying to get the couch out, trying to get all of this out, while if you're on the first floor, boom, grab it, get out. Less hassle. But that was my thinking. So that was some of the questions I decided to address, some of the questions that I caught while I re-watched the live to see any questions that I did not answer. If there are any more, feel free to comment on the video and I will address it, as long as I'm comfortable addressing it. So, still be respectful. And it's Miss Taryn signing out. See you next time. Bye.
She just wants to flirt, so I flirt right back. I just put in work, yeah, I work like that. Got me falling and it hurts, yeah, it hurts so bad. All in